Super Mario Maker 2 has loads of new features in its course maker, like an angry sun, new themes such as snow, custom paths for snake blocks, and everyone's favorite, slopes. But at first, it can all seem really intimidating. In this video, I'll be showing the basics of Course Maker in Super Mario Maker 2, while also going over how I'd build a level of my own. The first thing you can do in Course Maker is choose a Mario style. There's the original Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, New Super Mario Bros. U, and the newly introduced Super Mario 3D World. Newer styles tend to give Mario more abilities such as Ground Pound. A word of warning though, changing to or from the 3D World game style will reset the course, but changing between the other styles will convert things just fine. There's also the course theme, which lets you choose if you want your course to be underground, in the desert, or in the castle, among other things. When I start building a level, the first thing I do is think of an obstacle that is present throughout the entire level, giving you the opportunity to learn and master it by the end. And in this case, I went with the Swinging Claw. The Swinging Claw lets you make the gaps between platforms even larger, and I felt that was an interesting challenge to coincide with the lava in the castle theme. By looking at Mario's Trail, one of the tools in Course Maker, you can determine how far the next platform needs to be. You can also raise and lower the lava level with Course Maker, but I decided to keep it stable for my course. I then created challenges revolving around the Swinging Claw. At first, it's a simple jump from one platform to the other. It gives the players the fundamentals of how the Swinging Claw works without any major threat. Then they have to do the same thing, but this time with the lava bubbles, meaning you have to be a bit more conscious of your jump time. To make things a little more difficult, I proceeded to throw in a Dry Bones right before you have to deal with more lava bubbles and 2 Swinging Claws. There should be a flow to the stage though, so if you decide to make things a little tough, I recommend giving the player a chance to breathe. In this level, for example, I just made a platform with nothing but a checkpoint that contains a super mushroom. Sometimes it's also interesting to throw in alternate routes for the players. Alternate routes and sub-areas can really help extend the length and replayability of the course. At this point, the player might think they only have one option. The timer is running out, the 1-up mushroom is about to fall, and by the time you go for it, the lava lift starts moving. But what about the claws above? If you decide to go that way and take my Climbing Claw challenge, you'll be rewarded with a 30 coin and the opportunity to skip the Bowser fight entirely. If you did stick with the original route, you would have dealt with more Swinging Claws, lava bubbles, and a Bowser. Did I forget to mention that the entire course only has a 100-second timer? Changing the timer is another option available in Course Maker. Try to make the difficulty curve fair though. It can be a hard stage, but the best Mario games don't throw the hardest stuff at the player from the beginning. It gradually teaches you everything you need to know along the way. However, sometimes it's fun to add a few secrets. If at any time you're not happy with how your stage is turning out, you can erase, undo, or even reset the entire thing. You can build stages while the Switch is docked or in handheld, although we do recommend grabbing a stylus if you go handheld, since your finger isn't exactly ideal. This stage was built entirely in dock mode, and the controls were a bit confusing at first, but I got the hang of it rather quickly. Once your stage is done, you'll just need to clear it in order to upload it online. So those are just a few tips on the basics of Course Maker and Super Mario Maker 2, and some guidelines that I abide by. And now that you're playing with power, you're free to create any type of course you want. Have any ideas or tips for stages that you want to share? Leave a comment down below and put in your course IDs. We'd love to try them.